What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Gang stalking and reactive abuse go hand in hand. This is how you can tell if you've been a victim, all right? And we only use victim to describe and for certain purposes because we like to refer ourselves as survivors over here on this channel. So we are survivors, and always see yourself as that. Okay, you're a survivor, and don't let these people make you feel like you're a victim. All right. Gang stalking and reactive abuse go hand in hand. And how you can tell if you've been a victim is because what people will do is the gang stalkers will try to do something to get a reaction out of you, and they won't stop until they do. When you're just going about your day and minding your business and taking care of what you have to take care of, these are usually people who force themselves onto you, people who force themselves into your reality. They'll try to touch you. They'll try to bump into you on purpose, all because you're focusing on yourself and you're not paying them any mind. And I know you've noticed this, and I know you felt this on many occasions. And you're like, yo, did I just brush up against a demon? Or what was that? These people will keep going and keep doing what they're on assignment to do by the devil so that they can get a reaction out of you. Because when they get that reaction, that's their joy. That's their happiness. That's their energy. So it's not weird, even though it is weird, but it's not weird for them to do that's them doing what they were put here to do. Some people like to do good. Some people want to see people win. Some people are focused. They have goals. Other people have no soul. Okay, so they're walking around and they're just stalking people and harvesting people's energy in the form of negative reactions, all for fun. But that's living life to them. That's living life to the fullest. Because when people have no vision, when God didn't bless them with a vision, or they didn't develop a vision, or they didn't ask God to tell them what he wanted them to do with their life, and maybe they fell in the wrong crowd, maybe they start hanging around the wrong people, picking up other wrong demonic entities, energies, spirits, and stuff like that, and people just get sucked in and go down the wrong path, and people just sink lower and lower, and they just operate off a lower level frequency, and they allow themselves to be inducted into evil. And if you are being bothered by them and giving them a reaction, that's making their day. They know that when you give them a reaction, they know that they're winning. That's the only way they could feel like a winner, is that when they get a reaction out of you. So they will do anything to get that reaction. All right, you can ignore them. You can act like they don't exist. They are going to make sure you know they exist by the time you and them leave the area. Right? They will make sure that you know that their presence is there. That person is going to make sure you know they exist without a doubt. And it's all for vanity. It's all for vain purposes. How dare you come around me with your level of importance and be around me and be important? They don't see themselves as important because they're too focused on what everybody else has and what everybody else got. All right. So, and another thing that just comes from stalking people. Like when you stalk people, you become worried about the wrong things, and you can only be worried about the wrong things and focused on the wrong things. They have no life, and they have all this extra time that they're not giving to God, that they're not giving to anything good, that they're not giving to a purpose, a plan, and they're going around just trying to ruin people's day. And trying to make people feel bad, trying to make people feel annoyed, trying to make people feel agitated, as if what you're going through isn't already hard enough. when you're at work and you're trying to do your job, that job's already hard enough. You already have the boss on your mind. You already have your home living situation on your mind, whatever things you're already trying to sort through. And then you have people trying to get a reaction out of you, people that just won't leave you alone. And I guess they think they're a bully, or maybe this is what they did when they were in high school. They never grew out of it. But for the sake of keeping your job and for the sake of not not losing your job, you just leave it alone, or you get them in a corner and tell them like, yo, leave me alone. But it's just, it blows my mind how people can have time for these types of things, because I'm personally never had time for anything other than to do my job at work, or whenever I was out doing something. If I have to go out and get this, or if I have to go out and get that, I never had any more time for anything else other than that. Just to, okay, let me go out, grab this, let me go out and do that. So there's people that just purposely go out just on some vampire stuff, just to go out and suck blood, get energy from people, and cause problems. There are entities out there like that, people that just, they're problematic, they like causing problems. Me, I like to stay away from problems and avoid problems. If there's problems, if there's something happening, I avoid it. If I gotta handle it, then I will handle it. But most importantly, it's just good to just fall back and just chill, because you don't want things to escalate. There's no need for it. You know, if I could go about my way, you can go about your way, cool. If I could go about my business, you can go about your business, cool. But when other people make it difficult for you to go about your business, then you just have to handle it. But that's the thing. Don't handle it in a way, and this is why I want to remember. Don't handle it in a way to where you react to them. Handle it in a way to you respond. And that's how you end up resolving the situation in a positive way for yourself, because you don't want to respond to their tactics. You don't want to respond to their antics. People trying to make you mad, people trying to frustrate you, make you upset. You don't want to respond to that. That's no good. All right. What you want to do is you don't want to react to that. That's no good. You want to respond to that and just handle the situation how it's supposed to be handled, like a adult, like a grown person. Okay. Like a person with a level head, because the key is to not let these people take you where they are, or take you out of your element, or take you out of your focus, or take you off your positive mindset, because they could end up getting you to react to them in a way that works out for them to where it doesn't work out for you. And a lot of times, people who are suffering gang stalking, they are angry because the people are tired of being stalked. Like when you have people purposely stalking you and doing noise campaigns, and people are purposely doing weird behavior, targeting you, targeting your mind, targeting your peace. You get tired of that, and you get angry, you get agitated, and they want you to react in an angry way. They want you to spill all that anger out. They want you to like turn into the meanest, evilest, angriest person that you could be. They want to bring that out of you, but you don't let them do that. All right, you save that for extreme situations only. Self-defense, okay? Save all of that for self-defense. All right, and even when you're defending yourself, once the person is not a threat anymore, you have to leave that person alone. Okay, when the person is, if you have to end up having to defend yourself in any situation and the person is no longer a threat, leave them alone. AKA, you don't gotta take their life. Just if the person's unconscious or whatever, if they're unable to move, you back off and put some distance between you and them until police get there or whatever. Or if you gotta just dip, or hey, handle it yourself. All right, work that thing out. All right, ask God what you should do in that situation after you get done defending yourself. There you go. God will guide you and direct you in the right direction. But the gang stalking, it makes people mad and angry, and it will cause you to be upset and to be on edge, because no one wants to feel like that. People want to be able to go out in life and have a normal experience. People want to be able to go out in life and have a normal time. Nobody wants people stalking them and following them. Like, for what? I can't go do this without somebody following me. I can't go here without somebody trailing behind me or making me have to sing. It always feels like somebody's watching me, because that's gonna up a person after a while of holding all that in. It's only natural for people to have anger and have hate towards the people that are stalking them. All right, and they've done studies on it, that the people who have been survivors of gang stalking have pent up rage and anger, and it's stored up, right? And a lot of, like, there was a case where this person went out, and I think it was like 3 or 4 people. They went out and attacked their gang stalkers. I'm not advising anybody to go out and attack anybody. All right, I advise people to pray and use non-violent methods. Okay, only when you have to defend yourself do you protect yourself. But they went out and they went for the gusto, and more power to them, because he was fed up. They were fed up. They went out and attacked the people that were stalking them. And I think what happened to them was because they were trying to get help. They already had psychic evaluations. They already went to see people, tried to talk to people, went to like congressmen and stuff like that. And they had video footage and tried to prove and this and that. And for a long time, they were trying to prove that these types of things were happening to them. And they closed those people's curtains. Okay. I shouldn't be laughing at that, but it is funny at the same time, because it's like, you did it to yourself. Like, why would you do that to yourself, right? And but see, that's the thing. Every gang stalker wants a reaction until they get the reaction that they didn't think they'd get. Yeah, I bet you they didn't think they'd get that reaction. I'm just gonna stalk him and stalk her and go on home. This will be the last time I'll be stalking anybody. Now might be a good time to turn my life over to God. Hey, God, if you can hear me. God got headphones on, buddy. Nah, I ain't gonna. That's between you and God at that point. And that's your just desserts. And I'm sorry that you had to take a spoonful, okay? And it wasn't sweet, but still, why would you want to get a reaction out of somebody so bad? To like, what do you expect to happen? You keep going out in the woods and bothering this grizzly bear. There's that grizzly bear. You bother that grizzly bear 364 days out of the year. What do you think's gonna happen on the 365th day? It may just lose it. It may just say, you know what? I'm hungry and I want a gang stalker. I'm finna eat me some gang stalker. Okay, I'm about to tear this gang stalker to shreds, bear style, angry bear style. Okay, y'all seen the movie Cocaine Bear? That bear was terrible. He was okay. That bear was off the chain. Okay, they don't want Chosen Bear. Okay. Chosen Bear, okay? Don't make me go Chosen Bear, okay? We already like nature and everything. You don't know what type of elements we might be able to secretly tap into, all right? So, with that being said, man, like, what do they think is going to happen when you keep pressuring somebody and stalking somebody and putting somebody under all that anger? Like, they're going to eventually they're going to push all that energy back onto you that you've been pushing onto them, and it's not going to be in the form that they thought they'd get it or that they like. It's going to be in a whole other form, okay? It's going to be in a form of the ultimate spiritual attack, the fight back spiritual attack. Because how relaxing would that be? It'd be like hitting a punching bag, right? It'd be like hitting a punching bag. That's why I got to drop another video after this one on what you can do to make sure you stay relaxed and stay peaceful as a TI. Okay, but more like I like to say as a survivor, because I don't want anybody to label themselves as anything that's going to draw anything or attract any more unfortunate circumstances to you, right? So call yourself a survivor, okay? So call yourself a winner. All right, don't certain words, certain terms. Look up the meaning for them, and you'll see whether you want to call yourself that or not. All right, but you get what I'm saying. But I mean, and this is how you tell if you are a survivor, because you'll think of, like, the situation will pass through your mind, and the PTSD or the anger will resurface, and you'll have to calm yourself down. All right, you'll see these people, and just the mere thought of them or the mere sight of them will bring back all the trauma and all the ignorance that they wanted you to experience. And it angers you because you're not that type of person, and you wouldn't do that to a person, and you don't do that to people. And to have somebody just like say screw your rights and screw your personal space and screw you as a person, that would make you want to attack the individuals doing that to you, because it's like, okay, you're not trying to let me have a normal life. You're not trying to let me have a normal experience. And you're going to you think it's okay for me to just constantly be under this pressure every day. How's a person supposed to cope with that? All right. What if that person is so mad one day they don't remember to pray first? What if they don't have it in them to go to God that day? God forbid. Those people would have only brought it on themselves. Okay, so, and that's how you know if you've been a victim. If you have this anger, if you feel like you have all this rage inside of you. That's why I have to make a video on how to release it and on how to get it out, because they got gang stalker victims feeling under pressure, feeling depressed, because they feel that some people feel that it's never going to stop. Some people may feel that this is just their life and there's nothing they could do about it. There's plenty of things you could do about it, and there's plenty of things you could do to make your life better and make things easier for yourself, even while they're doing whatever it is they're doing. All right, and that's why I'm going to make a video about that next. But this was just how to tell if you've been a victim. All right, if people have been approaching you with nonsense and BS, trying to cut you off, just merely trying to walk, they'll stand in your way, try to upset you, frustrate you, do little petty things just to try to show you that they're there and you're not the only person that exists. Duh, fool. And people doing weird things, just weird behavior around you, period. Trying to steal your light, trying to get you to give them your energy so they can harvest it. Made them react, made her react. It feels good to them when they do that. That I'm telling you, they feel that they won. It's like they're a kid at a carnival and they won a prize. These people are immature and they're childlike minded. Okay? And they get joy out of lame-ish. Okay, they get joy from evil things. They get joy from illogical things, right? Things that you wouldn't think would make sense. That's what they like to do. Everything backwards, because that's what evil is living backwards, and they like to live backwards. All right, they like to do things that aren't right. They like to treat people in a backwards way. They like to treat people how they wouldn't want to be treated. But the tables turn when that gang stalker react in a way that they don't want. All right, I'll see if I'm gonna look that story back up, and I'm gonna do a video on that story. Yep, I'm gonna do a video on that story, because when I read that, I was just like, wow, that's interesting. Because I mean, what did they think was going to happen? You keep egging somebody on, they're gonna crack, and they might crack some of that yoke on you. But this has been a gang stalking and reactive abuse video on how they go hand in hand and on how to tell if you've been a victim. All right, it's been another Druuill special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. We out. I'll see everybody in the next video.